What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Jacob Does Everything video. And I don't know if it shows my stream overlay, which I'm using right now for PlayStation Live or PlayStation, but we're here at another park tour that I said I was going to do months ago. It is the Mountain Ridge Park tour, and this park is going to be amazing. We have instantly off the rip a dive coaster, a winged coaster, and a hybrid, all here at the front entrance. A big 3 supporting cast. I'm going to show you most of the queues of most of these rides, as most of these queues of most of these rides are interesting. We have a simple priority pass, which we will be going through today for most of it, and you'll hear my keyboard clicking because yes, I'm kind of using a keyboard and mouse. So as you can see, we have a lot of queues just stacked up right here. When the park opens and closes for the season, it gets a very long line. So it's high capacity, so don't worry about it. And we are actually going to hop on train number 2. Actually, we can hop on train number 1. And I'll mute myself and you guys can enjoy your ride. And that was the dive coaster. Honestly, I like to brag on coasters in this game. Probably my favorite coaster in the park, honestly. One of my favorites in the park. But let's head down the beautiful, beautiful Midway. And we're actually going to go right around the corner. And here we are at King's Revenge, which is the RMC hybrid that uses these steel vintage trains, but nowhere related to steel vengeance. But if you watch the stream and you're watching this video, you will know that this coaster, the only reason I use these steel vintage trains instead is due to the fact that I love the new gen RMC trains that you cannot use on the PS, like just any of the Planet Coaster models. But here we go on King's Revenge, and enjoy your ride and don't let the king get you. Well, you guys escaped the king and that was King's Revenge. And honestly, I said Atheon, which is the dive coaster that has not been renamed, is probably one of the better coasters in the park, and I still stand by it. But King's Revenge is definitely a great one. So next we have a weird little split in the path here, because we have the wing coaster to our right side, which is coming into the final breaks now. Or we have the entrance to the healing ring, actually, my bad, which has a full queue, and we might do it. We might do a couple flat rides at the end. We have a couple flats here, the hyper jump, and we have a Dodgems style ride, and these both look beautiful at night, as you can see. Next off to our right, we have a group 2 decent sized coasters, or good coasters. We have Equalizer, which is a mine train roller coaster built by the one and only Aerodynamics, and since it's first here, we're gonna ride it first now. And there's a train departing, so let's hop on. And here we go on Equalizer. I muted it and then quickly unmuted it and then quickly muted it again. That was Equalizer. Very slow and peaceful ride. In fact, during the rides about really original years of operating, it used to have a dip to turn back into the final brakes. But then we added in our next coaster, which is also themed to, it's actually one of our higher themed ride named Jixer, the model name of our coaster, but it's alright. We have Jixer, which I think we have breakdowns on, so just for that fact, I'm going to quickly turn on or turn off breakdowns so that they do not screw with the rest of the tour. But we have Jixer, and I'm actually going to show you through this queue because it's one of my favorites. So Jixer had an original queue that used to just literally wrap here and start here. Now it goes back into a queue building, which is probably one of my favorites, even though it's not the best, but it works. You can see there's a house, or a building, which is actually just a regular old staff building that I decided to fit into here, because why not? And honestly, it fits in with the theme. It kind of like has like a racing type-esque theme. So there's every support, there's tires that kind of like cover it. So, and then you come out this queue building, and you'll notice there's more than just tires all over the supports. You'll notice there's some stacked up and all that. And then you go here, and now we're just into the original part of Jixer's queue. Let's quickly hop on this train before it departs. And we're train number 1. So, enjoy your ride on Jixer and do not lose the race. So quickly, I'd like to say before we move on from this land is that the coasters from this one out, which there's only about one more out that is new, they really kick up the intensity and the smoothness. And also, I'd like to say something else about Jixer real quick. Jixer has had many changes to it. If we go to night mode real quick, which I will only do for this portion of the video only, you'll notice it has really cool lights and it looks nice. Well, most of the park has lights, or 2 of the coasters in the park have lights, and that's gonna change throughout. But the only thing that is not going to be very well themed or very immersive is this inverted coaster over here called Challenger, because I should have ripped out the queue floor but haven't yet. But that's the only ride I really only have complaints about. But let's get on with the tour. So the next plaza area will be Challenger, which is our Giovanola / B&M invert, I guess you could call it. And as you can see from the, can I go down, please? Can I like go down? As you can see from the first part of it is that this ride does not have a lot of queue, which is alright because this thing has somehow really good capacity. And there goes the train for Challenger. So I will be seeing you guys any moment and win the race and don't get hurt on Challenger. So speaking more here on Challenger before we leave its area of the park, I would like to say that this is one of the more disappointing coasters I've made in the park because it just turned out so meh. But I will say something. The only parts of it I would definitely change would be this turn and some of these clearances. I know the clearances are good because I looked many times, but sometimes some of the parts of the ride it gets really close like that, and it does actually kind of phase. But other than that, we are halfway done with this park tour, and our next coaster is not gonna be for a while because we have a little bit of a walk to get to it. When I mean a little bit, I mean not much. Here we have, oh, that's the wrong cue. Here we have Copperhead Strike, one of the only coasters in the park that I haven't renamed. But here we go on the Copperhead Strike, which has had one change since it opened. So enjoy your ride on the Copperhead Strike. I am so glad that this is one of our only launch coasters in the park. It's not the smoothest, and I do definitely agree that most of these turns and inversions are way too forceful for a kid's ride or family ride. But nonetheless, it is still a pretty forceful and cool launch coaster, which is one of my favorites of the park. Here we have like a midway section, which this was because I wanted to keep guests happy. So our next ride, you betcha, is the Link Coaster, which I don't know what it's called. That's the wrong ride. Black Falcon. Put back the beer and enjoy your ride. And this is the last coaster in the park. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this. And I will see you all next time from this park, Mountain Ridge Park.